Hello, Meoni here, and welcome back to another news video for Final Fantasy XIV. This time to look at a news update for patch 5.3 on the official 5.3 special site. This went live today, this morning on the 30th of July 2020, and comes with some new tidbits of information and screenshots. The first of which then, I must say before we get ahead that this will be in a description for you to click on yourself. The first of which is under the gameplay section, as you can see with the 4 green dots on the right side of the screen there. And it's actually a little bit of a scroll down and you'll see it's about the faux hollows. It says the Ak Afar Amphitheater Unreal. And this is all to do with the Unreal Trials and faux hollows. The faux hollows is supposed to be a mini game that you can do once you have completed the Unreal trial for that weekly lockout. That's how it was described in a live letter. And basically Unreal trials are between hard and extreme difficulty. That's what we were told so far. They're basically upscaled versions of original fights. This content is apparently seasonal, so the bosses will be changing per major patch, supposedly, and maybe the rewards will as well. So it says, a strange fox comes to you seeking even stranger tales, those born of boldness of imagination. When you turned your mind to the story of Shiva, what dreams of ice may come? There we go. So the implication is that the Warrior of Light is using her mind to project forward a new version of Shiva, similar to how we are in the Eden storyline. So we're projecting memories of previous fights to actually create a new one for us to sort of adventure through. Kind of similar to how the Wandering Minstrel did it all those years. So we have 2 pictures for this. The first one clearly shows this new sort of fox dog person with a very big face. I thought this originally was a minion. It probably still will be eventually. He looks pretty sort of unimpressed. We're working for a weird fox dog now. Very interesting. Chloe is just looking on in horror. Basically, this will be taking place in Idleshire, just right next to Chloe herself at the, the Wondrous Tales vendor. No surprise there. And the second image is actually of Shiva, looking like Shiva. It doesn't look any different to me personally. I can't see anything in that picture that's unique to the Unreal trial, which is how it should be. It should be just a recollection of the fight, just a bit harder, which is how it should be, I think. So this stuff's supposed to be seasonal. Whether the rewards will be, I don't know. And so far, they've only mentioned a mount and minions as a potential reward from the faux hollow system, so we'll have to wait and see for that. The second bit is the custom deliveries client added for 5.3, and there's a picture over there we'll look at in just a second. It says, though the people of Ishgard and Dragonkind have agreed to a truce, they've yet to fully realize the potential of such an alliance. The Dragonling, L2, hopes that by learning the ways of artisans, she and her brethren may continue to the Ishgardian Restoration and strengthen the bonds of trust with their newfound friends. So this picture then showing that particular Dragonling and presumably an emissary there. The truce was signed, but it's still going to be rocky ground. The idea of the Dragonkin helping out with the restoration, even though they caused much of the devastation originally, is quite interesting. I'm sure that'll be quite a fun storyline to look into, but the custom deliveries client there will be your new deliveries for experience and, of course, your scripts. So the next bit we have the Ishgard Restoration. This is the patch 5.31 edition, which is supposed to be, nearly a month afterwards, maybe 2 weeks, we don't know at this point. It says, with Francel di Halionate leading the charge, the reconstruction of the firmament surges to even loftier heights. As many and more take up residence in the new nest, the young lord would realize his latest vision. A bustling new commercial district befitting Ishgard's new age of free trade and enlightenment. Artisans, one and all, take up your tools and answer the call. And we have a picture here of him trying to... Yeah, there's quite a few other characters there trying to be roped into this, so it doesn't, surprise me in the slightest. The idea of a commercial district, whether or not we'll ever get player housing in there, I have no idea, but it's it's steaming along. I can't wait for more of that storyline. They did say in the live letter there will be more side quests for that as well once the restoration is completed. So that's something to be looking forward to. We also have the update to the new systems for a Realm Reborn overhaul. We have some pictures there. So it says, a Realm Reborn offers players an adventure of epic proportions, at times perhaps too epic. To make the journey to Heavensward swifter, the main scenario is now streamlined in terms of overall length, with adjustments to experience point gain and gear rewards for quest completion. In addition, mounts can now fly in a Realm Reborn maps. This much requested feature allows you to view the landscapes of Eorzea as never before while helping you reach your destination more quickly. Just to reiterate though, that's a little bit bait and switch. You can't actually fly in a Realm Reborn until you've completed it anyway. So yeah, the prerequisites, one of them is to complete the Realm Reborn storyline before people get carried away with that. There's actually two pictures. This one you might have seen on a few of my videos. This is the typical, Prey Return to the Waking Sands moment with young Y'shtola and all of the gang there chilling out. Some sad onions are being cut there in that particular scene. And then the second one is this actually really beautifully taken image. Props to the people who took this one in the Square Enix team, with everybody flying. This is in Summerford Farms, just outside of Limsa Lominsa, and yeah, you're going to be getting to expect a lot of this aerial photos to be on the social medias and internets very shortly. I cannot wait to see the world from a bird's eye view. That's going to be very fun indeed. Very nice picture, lovely. And then finally we have another section here on new items. This is the bit that might excite you the most, as it does me. It says new mounts. Be it by land, sky or sea, these new mounts will take you where you need to go. And the first one, well, the only picture for mounts, appears to be very likely the new reward from the Unreal Trial. I can't imagine this will be from somewhere else. So it's a cross between the Conjurer Unicorn and Boreas, basically, but it's a bit green. I don't know. That looks quite interesting. It could not be Shiva as well. It has petals instead of ice. It's basically another horse. I can't imagine where else this would be from. Well, I guess it could be Ishgard Restoration. I'm not sure. I would imagine the Unreal Trial one might be more epic looking than this, but obviously being one of the Realm Reborn horse reskins, I have to think logically maybe it could be from the Unreal Trial for Shiva. I'm not sure. Very cool though. I do like that model. I love the idea of reskinning the same stuff and recoloring it. A lot of people don't necessarily like that. But the idea of making it a unicorn as well, very cool indeed. I like that. And the other bit that really excites me, because this is more exciting for me anyway, is new minions. Be the envy of your fellow adventurers with these adorable wind-up toys. And yes, they are indeed adorable. The first one is going to set the world on fire. This is a miniature version of the minion from the new Hero's Gauntlet, which is a dungeon as part of the new MSQ. So we'll be running that dungeon endlessly, and I'll be running it endlessly for this particular minion. What a beautiful looking minion, what a beautiful looking boss. And yeah, we'd be annoyed if we didn't get this, really. It's such a cool looking boss. There's been so much art already out for it that people have gone and sketched and painted, and I love the creative side of our community. They're loving this. Hopefully we get some glamour that looks a little bit like this stuff as well, especially the tights and stuff like that, maybe the staff, but at least we get a minion to represent her. And the second one, presumably this is from the Dwarven Beast Tribe. I can't think where else this would be. Maybe the Alliance raid, but it looks to me this will be very Beast Tribe related, and this looks to be a miniature dwarf. So we don't actually have any dwarf minions yet, so might as well, right? A miniature dwarf. Isn't that basically just a dwarf that's a dwarf? I don't know. You be the judge of that one. So yeah, I'm excited for the minions. I'm excited for a lot of this stuff, but that's pretty much it. But if you scroll to the bottom, you can get some high resolution images of the same stuff we just looked at. If you want to zoom in or make any of these your background images, which of course I know a lot of people do. But that's pretty much all of the information added to the special site today on the 30th of July. We're literally just a couple of days of entering August. August is going to be an exciting time, and I cannot wait for 5.3. We are long overdue for some juicy, meaty content, and it's promising to be quite a hefty patch, as you probably are aware so far. Anyway, let me know what you're most excited for out of these new additions today, whether or not you think that minion is adorable, or if you're all over that mount. Give me some speculation where things might be from, and I'll see you all next time.